up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get it. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Willis going to look to throw first play. And his first look is incomplete. Well, what an exciting time here in this great city. Of course, it's no stranger to big-time sports. They've had the NBA team here, but now a relocation franchise in the NFL. And these fans, they could not be more excited for what it's going to mean for this city. It's just going to be a great source of civic pride here. Willis will look to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked.
Here we go.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Willis. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. Again, Willis to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Looking to put a drive together. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll swing this out to Henderson. So get me 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Second and 5. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Trying to locate Travion Henderson out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Come on. Hit. Go 80.
They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And it's taken in at the 9. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Willis. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the second quarter. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Willis with a quick throw out wide. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Willis. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That's another Oklahoma City 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Back at the 45-yard line.
7 Pirates, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now Willis. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Jalen Lane, 55 yards. And the Sentinels add 6 to their lead. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Come on. Move it, 19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And this will be taken at the 13. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
On the set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Shotgun snap to Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Willis looks to pass it here. To Barkley on the check down. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 79 Broncos. Trap 60, trap 60. Warriors 60 plus. Panther 11, Panther 11.
And this time Willis will throw it. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
That's another Oklahoma City first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
70 Lions.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Buffalo 18. 60 Vikings. Dragons 60. 19. Ready.
Now Willis to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lane. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
18, tight end. 60, 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw, Willis. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
41-yard line.
Let's go. Cougar 19, Panther, Warriors 70, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Here's Willis. That is caught by Laporta. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
The 13-yard line.
Bronco 80. Ready.
Willis looking to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Malik Willis as the first half is winding down. And the Sentinels are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and go further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
At the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jalen Walker. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Eagle. Dragon 60.
Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henderson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Saints first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
19 Wyatt.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Touchdown, Saints. Trevion Henderson taking it in. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
The extra point is
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
Saints 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Here we go, Jack. Buffalo Panther 60, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Willis from the gun on third down. Man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Oklahoma City, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Rangers, 70, 79 Broncos. Mustang 19.
Willis to throw once more. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The slot man in motion right.
Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin first and 10. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Come on, come on. 60 Maverick, 7 Pirates.
From the gun, here's Willis. He dumps it off to Barkley.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Inside the 10. 46 yards on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Sentinels are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.